Today's reading from the Old Testament, Exodus chapter 9 verse 1 to chapter 10 verse 29. And Yahweh says to Moses, Go to Pharaoh, and you have spoken to him, thus said Yahweh, God of the Hebrews. Send my people away, and they serve me. For if you are refusing to send them away, and are still keeping hold on them, behold, the hand of Yahweh is on your livestock which are in the field, on horses, on donkeys, on camels, on herd, and on flock, a very grievous pestilence. And Yahweh has separated between the livestock of Israel and the livestock of Egypt, and there does not die a thing of all the sons of Israel. And Yahweh sets an appointed time, saying, Tomorrow Yahweh does this thing in the land. And Yahweh does this thing on the next day, and all the livestock of Egypt die, and of the livestock of the sons of Israel not one has died. And Pharaoh sends, and behold, not even one of the livestock of Israel has died, and the heart of Pharaoh is hard, and he has not sent the people away. And Yahweh says to Moses and to Aaron, Take for yourselves the fullness of your handfuls, soot of a furnace, and Moses has sprinkled it toward the heavens, before the eyes of Pharaoh. And it has become small dust over all the land of Egypt, and it has become on man and on livestock a boil breaking forth with blisters in all the land of Egypt. And they take the soot of the furnace, and stand before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkles it toward the heavens, and it is a boil with blisters breaking forth on man and on beast. And the enchanters have not been able to stand before Moses because of the boil, for the boil has been on the enchanters, and on all the Egyptians. And Yahweh strengthens the heart of Pharaoh, and he has not listened to them, as Yahweh has spoken to Moses. And Yahweh says to Moses, Rise early in the morning, and station yourself before Pharaoh, and you have said to him, Thus said Yahweh, God of the Hebrews. Send my people away, and they serve me. For at this time I am sending all my plagues to your heart, and on your servants, and on your people, so that you know that there is none like me in all the earth. For now I have put forth my hand, and I strike you, and your people, with pestilence, and you are hidden from the earth. And yet for this I have caused you to stand, so as to show you my power, and for the sake of declaring my name in all the earth. Still you are exalting yourself against my people, so as not to send them away. Behold, I am raining very grievous hail about this time tomorrow, such as has not been in Egypt from the day of its founding and until now. And now, send, strengthen your livestock and all that you have in the field, every man and beast which is found in the field, and is not gathered into the house, the hail has come down on them, and they have died. He who is fearing the word of Yahweh among the servants of Pharaoh has caused his servants and his livestock to flee to the houses. And he who has not set his heart to the word of Yahweh leaves his servants and his livestock in the field. And Yahweh says to Moses, Stretch forth your hand toward the heavens, and there is hail in all the land of Egypt, on man, and on beast, and on every herb of the field in the land of Egypt. And Moses stretches out his rod toward the heavens, and Yahweh has given voices and hail, and fire goes toward the earth, and Yahweh rains hail on the land of Egypt. And there is hail, and fire catching itself in the midst of the hail, very grievous, such as has not been in all the land of Egypt since it has become a nation. And the hail strikes all that is in the field in all the land of Egypt, from man even to beast, and the hail has struck every herb of the field, and it has broken every tree of the field. Only in the land of Goshen, where the sons of Israel are, there has been no hail. And Pharaoh sends, and calls for Moses and for Aaron, and says to them, I have sinned this time, Yahweh is the righteous, and I and my people are the wicked. Make supplication to Yahweh, and plead that there be no voices of God in hail, and I send you away, and you do not add to remain. And Moses says to him, At my going out of the city, I spread my palms to Yahweh, the voices cease, and there is no more hail, so that you know that the earth is Yahweh's. But you and your servants, I have known that you are not yet afraid of the face of Yahweh God. And the flax and the barley have been struck, for the barley is budding, and the flax forming flowers. And the wheat and the rye have not been struck, for they are late. And Moses goes out from Pharaoh, from the city, and spreads his hands to Yahweh, and the voices and the hail cease, and rain has not been poured out to the earth. And Pharaoh sees that the rain has ceased, and the hail and the voices, and he continues to sin, and hardens his heart, he and his servants. And the heart of Pharaoh is strong, and he has not sent the sons of Israel away, as Yahweh has spoken by the hand of Moses. And Yahweh says to Moses, Go to Pharaoh, for I have declared his heart hard, and the heart of his servants, so that I set these signs of mine in their midst. And so that you recount in the ears of your son, and of your son's son, that which I have done in Egypt, and my signs which I have set among them, and you have known that I am Yahweh. And Moses comes in, Aaron also, to Pharaoh, and they say to him, Thus said Yahweh, God of the Hebrews, Until when have you refused to be humbled at my presence? Send my people away, and they serve me. For if you are refusing to send my people away, behold, tomorrow I am bringing in the locust into your border. And it has covered the eye of the land, and none is able to see the land, and it has eaten the remnant of that which is escaped, which is left to you from the hail, and it has eaten every tree which is springing out of the field for you. And they have filled your houses, and the houses of all your servants, and the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither your fathers nor your fathers' fathers have seen, since the day of their being on the ground to this day. And he turns and goes out from Pharaoh. And the servants of Pharaoh say to him, Until when does this one become a snare to us? Send the men away, and they serve their God Yahweh. Do you not yet know that Egypt has perished? And Moses is brought back, Aaron also, to Pharaoh, and he says to them, Go, serve your God Yahweh, but who are those going? And Moses says, With our young ones, and with our aged ones, we go, with our sons, and with our daughters, with our flock, and our herd, we go, for we have a festival to Yahweh. And he says to them, Be it so, Yahweh is with you when I send you and your infants away. See, for evil is before your faces. Not so. Go now, you who are men, and serve Yahweh, for that you are seeking, and one casts them out from the presence of Pharaoh. And Yahweh says to Moses, Stretch out your hand against the land of Egypt for the locust, and it goes up against the land of Egypt, and eats every herb of the land, all that the hail has left. And Moses stretches out his rod against the land of Egypt, and Yahweh has led an east wind over the land all that day, and all the night, the morning has been, and the east wind has lifted up the locust. And the locust goes up against all the land of Egypt, and rests in all the border of Egypt, very grievous. Before it there has not been such a locust as it, and after it there is none such. And it covers the eye of all the land, and the land is darkened, and it eats every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which the hail has left, and there has not been left any green thing in the trees, or in the herb of the field, in all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh hurries to call for Moses and for Aaron and says, I have sinned against your God Yahweh, and against you. And now, please bear with my sin, only this time, and make supplication to your God Yahweh, that he may turn aside from off me only this death. And he goes out from Pharaoh, and makes supplication to Yahweh. And Yahweh turns a very strong sea wind, and it lifts up the locust, and blows it into the Red Sea. There has not been left one locust in all the border of Egypt. And Yahweh strengthens the heart of Pharaoh, and he has not sent the sons of Israel away. And Yahweh says to Moses, Stretch out your hand toward the heavens, and there is darkness over the land of Egypt, and the darkness is felt. And Moses stretches out his hand toward the heavens, and there is darkness, thick darkness in all the land of Egypt for 3 days. They have not seen one another, and none has risen from his place for 3 days, but there has been light for all the sons of Israel in their dwellings. And Pharaoh calls to Moses and says, Go, serve Yahweh, only your flock and your herd are stayed, your infants also go with you. And Moses says, You also give sacrifices and burnt offerings in our hand, and we have prepared for our God Yahweh. And also our livestock go with us, there is not left a hoof, for we take from it to serve our God Yahweh, and we do not know how we serve Yahweh until our going there. And Yahweh strengthens the heart of Pharaoh, and he has not been willing to send them away. And Pharaoh says to him, Go from me, take heed to yourself, do not add to see my face, for in the day you see my face you die. And Moses says, You have spoken correctly, I do not add to see your face anymore. Today's reading from the New Testament, Matthew chapter 23 verse 15 to verse 39. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! Because you go around the sea and the dry land to make one proselyte, and whenever it may happen, you make him a son of Gehenna twofold more than yourselves. Woe to you, blind guides, who are saying, Whoever may swear by the temple, it is nothing, but whoever may swear by the gold of the temple, is debtor. Fools and blind, for which is greater, the gold, or the temple that is sanctifying the gold? And, whoever may swear by the altar, it is nothing, but whoever may swear by the gift that is on it, is debtor. Fools and blind, for which is greater, the gift, or the altar that is sanctifying the gift? He therefore who swore by the altar, swears by it, and by all things on it. And he who swore by the temple, swears by it, and by him who is dwelling in it. And he who swore by heaven, swears by the throne of God, and by him who is sitting on it. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! Because you give tithe of the mint, and the dill, and the cumin, and neglected the weightier things of the law, judgment, and kindness, and faith, these it was necessary to do, and those not to neglect. Blind guides, who are straining out the gnat, and are swallowing the camel. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! Because you make clean the outside of the cup and the plate, and within they are full of robbery and self-indulgence. Blind Pharisee, first cleanse the inside of the cup and the plate, that the outside of them may also become clean. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! Because you are like to whitewashed graves, which outwardly indeed appear beautiful, and within are full of bones of dead men, and of all uncleanness. So also you outwardly indeed appear to men righteous, and within you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! Because you build the graves of the prophets, and adorn the tombs of the righteous. And say, If we had been in the days of our fathers, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. So that you testify to yourselves that you are sons of them who murdered the prophets. And you fill up the measure of your fathers. Serpents, brood of vipers, how may you escape from the judgment of Gehenna? Because of this, behold, I send to you prophets, and wise men, and scribes, and of them you will kill and crucify, and of them you will scourge in your synagogues, and will pursue from city to city. That on you may come all the righteous blood being poured out on the earth, from the blood of Abel the righteous, to the blood of Zacharias son of Barachias, whom you murdered between the temple and the altar. Truly I say to you, all these things will come on this generation. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, that are killing the prophets, and stoning those sent to you, how often I willed to gather your children together, as a hen gathers her own chickens under the wings, and you did not will. Behold, your house is left to you desolate. For I say to you, you may not see me from now on, until you may say, Blessed is he who is coming in the name of the Lord. Today's reading from the Psalms, chapter 19 verse 2 to verse 7. To the overseer, a psalm of David. The heavens are recounting the glory of God, and the expanse is declaring the work of his hands. Day to day utters speech, and night to night shows knowledge. There is no speech, and there are no words. Their voice has not been heard. Their line has gone forth into all the earth, and their sayings to the end of the world. In them he placed a tent for the sun. And he, as a bridegroom, goes out from his covering, he rejoices as a mighty one, to run the path. From the end of the heavens is his going out, and his revolution is to their ends, and nothing is hid from his heat. Today's reading from the Proverbs, chapter 4 verse 12 to verse 13. In your walking your step is not restricted, and if you run, you do not stumble. Lay hold on instruction, do not desist, keep her, for she is your life.